Come take a ride with Gypsy. Okay, guys. I tried to record this shit about 4 fucking times. The lighting in here is really bad, and you know I'm really fucking tired. Okay, so this is a general collective reading for the pick a symbol, and the symbols that we had was the nail polish, the cigarette butt, and a marble. This is not the marble that I posted online. You know, the feel I got from this story already was somebody losing their marbles, and I had to have the kids find this shit for me. So, yeah. So feel free to switch around the energies, the roles, the genders. Don't try and make something fit that doesn't fit. Okay? So this reading is about the full moon in Pisces, which is the constellation. So you could have water in your chart. Now for each pile, there's Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio in all of them. So if you're dealing with a water sign particularly, because I like to pull the most extreme energies, and the moon can create a lot of chaos anyway, right? Like shit kind of rolling away. It makes bipolar people, you know, make certain decisions and stuff like that. So yesterday was the full moon, but when it comes to the full moon, the day before and the day after are still really heightened senses. So, you know, these past, present, and future, you know, aspects can be played around, you know, quite a bit. So I decided to add some oracle cards, and it's just about, you know, symbology and stuff like that. And this one had a frog. We got 2 people getting froggy over another person. And the general energies for this was Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, Gemini, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so the Hierophant can talk about spirituality, and it could also talk about marriage. Now, somebody could be married in this situation, but I can't help but feel there's 2 brothers or 2 best friends in this situation. Very, very sticky situation, and it appears an offer that was made you know, has really crushed another person. I feel like this third-party situation is more between the brothers than it is the female that is stuck between them. So let's kind of check things out. So the 9th house in Pisces and the moon is what the karma cards brought to the table. Now, the 9th house can talk about philosophy, new beginnings, journeys. It can talk about, you know, religion, and, you know, how people match up, you know, these close, you know, relationships. But, you know, when you throw the moon in there, and Pisces, you know, because Pisces is a fish, because we're talking about options and stuff here, right? Okay, the first couple cards out would be the Son of Wands and the Devil. Now, this has Capricorn energy. Now, this can talk about somebody being tempted by options around them, right? Because this person appears to be married. Now, I'm assuming somebody's husband or wife found out about this little affair or rendezvous, because we have the 5 of Swords and we have Temperance. So, you know, this could talk about somebody being in and out, you know, like, well, you know, if I'm married and you were interested in me, why are you not committing? Yeah, it's going to piss off a lot of people, especially, you know, if the wife decides, you know, she's just going to stay with the husband, you know, and then we're looking at a codependency, you know, situation, and you need to ask yourself, you know, would I be better off alone? Because, you know, swinging from branches and stuff, you have to let go of one branch in order, you know, to catch the other one. Otherwise, you're just hanging on, right? Okay, so in the past, we have the Devil out again, and the Two of Stones. Now, because we have the Devil out twice, this can talk about, you know, double trouble, or a deal with the devil. It can also talk about soul crown tracks and stuff like that, right? Because we have the Hierophant here too, and that's talking about marriage. You know, you could think that one of these people is a soulmate, you know, and the other one's just kind of a karmic partner. I don't know. So the moon's here, and oops, sorry, got all mixed up. Because this, you know, mind-boggling marbles everywhere, right? We have the moon out twice, which is specifically Pisces, that sign right there. And, you know, because we're talking about options and stuff, right? But it could also, you know, represent, you know, Scorpio and Cancer. And, you know, it is the full moon. So, you know, it's only natural that these cards come out. Now, the conflicting issue here with these cards is one's upside down and the other one's right side up. Now, you could be really favoring one over the other, or you could be refusing to make a decision about either of them. Okay. Okay, so right on top, we have the Four of Cups and the Seven of Stones. Somebody wasn't giving enough emotionally. And that might be why somebody else is here. Okay? So the future. Okay, we have the Son of Cups and the Page of Wands. These are both younger or immature people. and you know, one's arrogant and the other one's flighty. Okay, like there's probably, you know, a lot of debate, you know, between these two men about, you know, who's better for, you know, the other, why they're better than the other one. And I don't even think it has anything to do with you in the middle, because they're just sitting here fighting with each other. Okay, like okay, so what's coming at you? Because of this immaturity, we have the Father of Wands and the Four of Swords. Now, this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy with both of these, okay? This is somebody bottling up their emotions, not talking about what they're thinking, not telling you how they feel. You know, somebody's pissed off at the other one, and, you know, they might be demanding, you know, an apology or whatever, but, I don't think anybody's gonna get an apology, or at least two out of the three are probably gonna refuse to apologize, because the moon's here fucking twice, okay? Like, again, double trouble. This kind of has twin energy, but, you know, because these two brothers, they're probably a lot alike. Okay, yeah. Five of Wands and the Three of Cups. Somebody fucking knows. Somebody knows what's been going on. That's for sure. And in your hope and fears section, you have the Five of Swords and the Star, which is Aquarius. And this one has air energy too, so we can go ahead and throw in Gemini and Libra as well. Now, this hope and fears section was that, well, this person cheated. But here we have on the board what's actually coming at you is a cheat card. Now, this doesn't have to be physical. This can be emotional cheating, right? Because there's, you know, there's a lot of cups and stuff on the board. You know, however your storyline is playing out, you know, you'll, you know, make sure you got evidence, okay? Don't accuse somebody of fucking cheating, you know, but use your intuition. It usually never lies, okay? Unless it's fear-based, right? Because that comes from your stomach. Okay, so what's coming in the outcome? We have the Star again, and that's specifically Aquarius, and we have the Three of Swords and the World, and the the Three of Swords talks about heartbreak, and it's specific to Libra. Okay, so somebody's trying to heal and complete, you know, a cycle, because they don't want to do the same shit anymore. They're, you know, this person is, somebody doesn't want to share. Somebody doesn't want to share anymore. Now, I understand that if you're married, you know, but here, you know, with the outcome, it looks like somebody is definitely removing themselves from this third party situation, and I don't see anybody being chosen, you know. I mean, it's such a mess. Like, you shouldn't choose anybody except yourself, okay? You know, because you wanted to leave this other relationship for a reason, but jumping into you know, a new relationship with somebody else, you know, a lot of fears and stuff are going to come up, and it's going to create a lot of conflict. And, you know, I'm not, you know, saying, well, you just need to be alone, you know, because we're all lonely and stuff like that. And healing is a very hard process, you know, when love is involved. But anyway, so the advice for this, the nurturing of spiritual values to ultimately experience spirituality. Okay, so I can resonate with this myself. Spirituality, mental illness, and sobriety is my trinity. Okay, like every religion, path, you know, whatever it is you need, you know, to be healthy, you know, especially if there's, you know, addictions involved in this too, you know, that's gonna, you know, that's going to prolong the healing process if, you know, it's not going to give you any healing at all. You're just, you know, numbing and trying to snuff it out at this point. But take care of yourself. You know, find a higher power, something, you know, to believe in. And I don't care if it's the flying spaghetti monster. Like, if it works for you, do it. Okay? Okay. Next one out is the nail polish. Okay. So the nail polish for me, when I picked it, women like makeup and nail polish and stuff like that. You know, and sometimes when we kick it on, you know, we're literally wearing a mask. Not so much because, you know, we don't like what's on the outside, but because of things that are beneath the surface, right? Which is crazy because one of the karma cards that I pulled was Neptune, which is Pisces ruling planet. And that planet specific is, it's a gas planet, but beneath, you know, the surface and stuff, it's very cold and icy. You know, and this can talk about somebody who's emotionally dead or cold. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you wear glasses and they fucking broke, you know, like, anyway. So the general energies for this one is somebody in and out, or somebody that had to leave a situation, because the symbol that I pulled out was the labyrinth. Somebody's trying to find themselves. Maybe you're in recovery and you're working on that. Maybe you're healing from domestic violence and, you know, you've joined a support group, or, you know, learning how to cook new food, whatever. This is definitely healing energy. Somebody who really needed it. Anyway, so the 12th house has to do with self-undoing, right? We might, this could be an aspect where somebody is picking themselves apart, right? Because they're trying to cover it up, cutting things out, right? Okay. And the sign I pulled was Capricorn. Somebody's trying to ground themselves. Okay. So first couple cards out is the Three of Stones and the Eight of Pentacles. Now, it seems like somebody tried to build with somebody that... Somebody probably tried to start a new relationship with somebody who was emotionally unavailable. And it came apart. And I think it has to do with sexual issues, because we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands, right? And this is crossing. So if you couldn't build things and sex was involved, somebody could have made a choice to walk away, or they are scared, or they have karmic lessons that they have not learned yet, or they're healing, right? They're taking time out. Okay, so in the past, we have the Hangman and the Daughter of Wands. Now, the Hangman is specifically Pisces, so we know that we're on track with the moon, right? Well, the Daughter of Wands might have been a woman or a man that you were involved with, but this is a younger person. And this one specifically is somebody who took from you, okay? Maybe it was a water sign. Okay, the next one out is the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Now, this is in the more recent past. Now, somebody all of a sudden might have realized somebody had feelings for the other person, or this particular knight is holding back on their emotions, right? Because we have water energy, and the water energy has issues communicating. They don't know how to, you know, apologize or say I love you. They'd rather die alone than tell you that they love you. And I hope my son's father's not watching this. He's a water sign. Okay, so the Seven of Swords and Judgment in reverse. Now, this one is specifically Aquarius, and this one is specifically Libra. Now, this has a flighty aspect to it. It could also be somebody still refusing to communicate with you emotionally. You might be in separation. I feel like these people are in separation, right? Because they're trying to get out of a labyrinth. You know, they're probably not even on the same side, like, with where things are going. Okay, so... the Three of Cups in reverse and the King of Cups. It looks like that knight is now a king. It could be another male, but I feel with the way things have transitioned, this person is matured, and it can be male or female. And there's feelings are rising to the surface all of a sudden. You know, one of you might have walked away from the other one because there were too many feelings and stuff involved. Okay, so yeah, what's coming at you? The Emperor in reverse, which is specifically Aries energy, and we have the Tower. Now, I don't know if this person is coming to tell you how they actually feel, or if they're just gonna hold it all inside. No, I think they're gonna tell you how they feel. The Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Now, this is a sex card, and the Cup is an emotional card, okay? Now, when you get, you know, the ace of any of the suit, these are talking about offers. These are talking about, you know, communication and stuff like that. Now, this just could be energies and stuff like that, because I know some of you play in the astral realm, you know, game, whatever. First rule about Fight Club, don't talk about Fight Club. Anyway, yeah, they might be communicating with how they feel there. You know, maybe they're not ready in 3D. Okay, so hopes and fears. the Two of Swords and the King of Swords. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you fear about them telling you this, you know, however the situation might have ended previously. This person is going nuts over wanting to talk to you about this. I don't know if somebody's trying to drag it out of the other person, or get them to come back, you know, because the moon energy can send us in the past. It brings things up in us. That's how, you know, astrological, you know, alignments and stuff work. People don't realize how important that is, which is why you should really check out your birth chart, because you might not be a water sign, but this can be in your chart. Okay, so the outcome, we have the Two of Cups and Justice in reverse. More Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, so I think the love is mutual, and there's been some kind of injustice here. Somebody might be pissed off. Maybe they feel they missed an opportunity because they didn't say anything. Yeah, because you have the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, and the Nine of Swords, which talks about being up at night, not being able to sleep, not being able to think clearly. Okay, so yeah. You know, when it comes to communicating emotions and stuff like that, and dealing with a water sign, because I've dealt with quite a few of them, and you know, this is just my opinion, you know, because I'm an Aquarius, so you know how I deal with them is going to be completely different how, say, a Capricorn would, or an Aries person. Okay, so the way they communicate, it has to unfold naturally, right? Water is fluid, you know, go with the flow kind of thing. So, you know, if you're trying to, you know, put a dam and shit up there, like, that's only going to build pressure, and they're going to run the fuck away from you. So, you know, quit trying to control everything. If it's a mutual feeling, just, you know, try to be this person's friend, or, you know, back the fuck off. Or, you know, learn to communicate and deal with the opportunity you fucking missed. Okay, like, you know, there's a reason why we're born into these signs for a reason. It's to challenge them, to grow. Okay, right? This is a game of life. You cannot advance if you do not change. And it looks like a lot of you are changing what you're fucking doing since we first started this. And I'm really proud of you, because I have gotten a lot of messages, you know, from, you know, recovering addicts and, you know, domestic violence situations and stuff like that, because I've been there and I understand. And there's no reason, you know, for anybody to judge anybody, you know, for being in recovery or being in a domestic violence situation before. You know, we need to look at the positives here. Well, is this person changing? Are they healing properly? You know, are they taking care of themselves? Because you deserve love too, no matter what people have said to you in the past. Okay, if you guys haven't figured this out by now, all of my readings are karmic readings, and they are geared towards addicts, abuse, you know, codependency, you know, stuff like that. This is to help you move forward, because people have left you out. Okay, so you're not alone. All right, so the last one, this one is particularly special. The cigarette butt, for me, is Cancer energy. Okay, now this reading, I believe, will probably resonate with all the other readings. So if you skipped ahead, please go back and watch the whole thing, because I think it'll help you sort, you know, some things out, because this particular reading, I feel, has 4 people involved. And these other options, you know, your nail polish and, you know, being picked apart, and, you know, somebody else, you know, making you go fucking nuts. I think this reading is for you to help narrow some of that down. Okay, so the symbol I picked for this one is a moth. And if you know me personally, moths for me mean something particular. I'll have to do a video on the difference between moths, butterflies, spiders, vampires, and zombies. There are, it's a nice way to label people who are energy vampires or, you know, narcissists, stuff like that. A butterfly and a moth aren't too different from each other. It's somebody that has room for growth and change. This reading also can talk about somebody being drawn to another person, like a moth to a flame. Okay? So, this one's in the 8th house. I like to say infinity. And this one talks about reincarnation and birth. Now, this one can talk about, you know, the phoenix rising. You know, somebody literally had to die, because we also got Scorpio on the board. You could have, you know, if you, you know, deal with drugs and stuff like that, you could have, you know, overdosed, and when you woke up had, you know, a spiritual awakening of sorts. Or this could be a new phase in your life where the options on the board are no longer good enough for you. Okay? So the sun is here too. And these are things coming to light, or somebody shining bright like a fucking diamond. Okay? I feel like somebody else is really admiring somebody else's growth. Now, if we have 4 people involved, because these are dating aspects and stuff like that, right? You obviously have a lot to choose from, but you really spread yourself so fucking thin, it's hard to make a decent connection with any of them. Sorry about the notifications going off there. Somebody was cut off. I am so sick of seeing this fucking card. It is the Mother of Swords, and she's constantly cutting people off, right? Because she's tired of being juggled. Look at this dude. Tired of being juggled. Somebody, these options that you have, you're not making a decision to build with any of them, but one of them's got you a little fucking twisted. Okay? Let's see how twisted. I hope one of them's got you twisted. Shit, 4 people? You busy. Okay. First card's out on the board. 10 of Stones and the Daughter of Stones. Okay, yeah. This is talking about your options and what you can build with them. Okay? What's crossing you? Oh, well, apparently there was a lot of fighting and people are just walking the fuck away. You know, I mean, you know, I thought, you know, 3 was a crowd, but, you know, 4, because we have the 7 of Swords and the 8 of Cups. This person is walking away from this bullshit. Everything's stacked in order, so, you know, I think they've, you know, looked at all of their options, and they were just like, there's one person I could stand next to. But because there's so much shit going on, you know, you probably might not be making a decision. Oh, okay, somebody's in love. 2 of Cups and the 8 of Stones. Now, the 8 of Stones is in reverse, and this is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay, right? Maybe somebody didn't realize they had feelings for another person. Okay, so I was gonna say somebody got played, but the Emperor here is in reverse. I think the player feels played because he fell in love and somebody walked away, right? Okay. Okay, so yeah, somebody moved away, left, moved out, ghosted, whatever you want to say, you know, how it applies. The Father of Swords is leadership. And that talks about leaving a situation, being a leader and saying, fuck that shit. Okay? And we have the 8 of Swords. Somebody is addicted to another person. And the Devil's not here yet. I think we already, the way I split these decks up, there's only 2. So I don't know if addictions were a problem before. You might be in recovery. I don't think that's a factor right now. Because I wanted, from the previous readings and stuff like that, we had some energy where, you know, people were just, sexual addictions and stuff like that. But there's real love involved. So, you know, and the person that walked away, you know, was the one, you know, being diddled around on. So, okay, so Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. The Four of Swords, okay, these are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Four of Swords can talk about an apology. No, this is in the future, and the Ace of Swords is the sword of truth, right? That's somebody actually coming in with a real apology. So it looks like, you know, one water sign, you know, really leveled up in this situation because they're actually coming to talk to you. Okay, the Empress and the Hermit. So this has Virgo energy, and the Empress in reverse can talk about promiscuity. You know, sleeping around with other people, you know, spreading themselves too thin, right? Because this person had a lot of options. But Virgo can say with this combination that they're stopping that action. Okay. So not only are they coming to tell you how they feel, they're going to make an offer and ask you to drop their options possibly. Because we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and geez, brain fart. Okay, because we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, and this is somebody asking you to drop your options because he's holding a pentacle and that's his offer. Like, okay, you know, out of all of these people, you know, there's probably a brunette, a redhead, and, you know, a blonde here. Like, I don't know what color your hair is, but he likes you, okay? So the Magician in reverse and the Empress are here. Now, the Empress was already out, but it was in reverse, right? And so we're moving up the scale, and you want to believe them, right? Because the only way we're going to get rid of this Mother of Swords is if you stop cutting people off. Like, it's time to let somebody in because love is here. And something tells me you've been waiting for that for a long time. I mean, you know, to be caught up in, you know, a situation, you know, with that many people involved, it makes me wonder, you know, how long have you been single? How single are you? Right? Like, you're like single, or, you know, yeah. So, the Nine of Swords and the Tower. It's probably going to blow your mind because you had no idea. And it's giving this other person anxiety, like, beyond all belief. Okay, so the last couple cards out is the Six of Swords and the Fool. This is more Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, the Fool talks about a new beginning. And the Six of Swords is about chemistry. Now, the chemistry in the past, like I said, this person was spreading themselves too thin. I don't know how well, you know this person. Like, absolutely take the time to get to know them, because with all of these people involved, you know, you don't want to be breadcrumbed again. You know, are they messaging you? Are you hanging out during the daytime having lunch and coffee? You know, because promiscuity was a problem. So, yeah. Karma cards. Realize the highest and lowest aspects of how you get and use your power. Okay, so if you're acting like a player, you're gonna get played like a player too. Okay, like the player and the play girl, you know, you if you want marriage, you need to embody, you know, the projection of that. You know, if you're acting loose, you know, nobody's gonna trust you or want to let you in. You know, and, you know, depending on where you came from to have landed yourselves in the same situation, because I'm sure you all have things in common, you know. When you misuse your power, you miss out on good things. So, you know, I understand if you were hurt in the past, but it's time to, you know, let somebody in. So, okay, guys, let me know how that resonates. Hit me up.